Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to Stardew Valley. Today, well, it is the first of winter, so the first thing we need to do is get our hat off. And let's see what the TV has for us. Bundle up, it's gonna be snow tomorrow. Alrighty, we will have to do that. Check the fortune teller. The spirits are very displeased. They will do their best to make your life difficult. Alright, so with this season, there's not a lot of crops that you can harvest, as you can imagine. Here's a recipe for my saloon. I only share it with my good friends. Gus, salmon dinner. Nice. That is a good recipe to be getting. But let's get a hat on. Keep our ears nice and warm. So with the winter, you know, let's wear something kind of bright and colorful for the winter. There we go. Yeah. All right. Gotta look our best for Santa Claus. After all, he will be coming. All right. So I'm gonna grab my hoe. We're not gonna go mining today, so I'm not gonna bring those with me. I also need my axe. Oh, it's probably being upgraded. Alrighty. So yeah, first thing we're going to do is we're going to kind of clean up all these things here. Didn't necessarily... Well, you know what, I'll just keep the torch with me. It's not a big deal. Alright. So, the reason... Oh, you can't break that like that anymore. Okay. But the reason why it's good to have an upgraded hoe is because of that, so we can create a bigger area to dig, and that is one of our first winter forageables. So most of the winter forageables are going to be underground. Well, not necessarily most. 2 of our winter forageables are going to be underground. And so with that being the case, it's going to kind of lead us to need to be able to dig, which, I mean, is obvious. We're going to put this here. This will be our farming supplies aren't seeds chest. I think we have any other scarecrows in there. So yeah, but winter is kind of a time to just take a break from like farming and everything. And just kind of focus on some of the more important things, such as gathering the resources. And it's an important time to make sure you get all your animals petted up, as well as one of the most important times to build friendships with the villagers. That right there is our instance of bluegrass. So that's pretty nice. The bluegrass, it will survive through the winter. It also provides slightly more friendship with your animals, if they eat it. And there's a little baby that was born. So yeah, looks like we're doing okay. But the big thing that we want to do this winter is gather up the supplies needed to get all of our different buildings upgraded. And with it being an unlucky day today, I found a suit buried in the water, in the earth over there. With it being an unlucky day, I kind of want to show off one of the main mechanics of winter. So one of the good ways of making money in winter is with the hoe. So foraging experience is kind of hard to get in the winter. The only way to really get it is to pick stuff up off the ground and chop trees. You don't actually get it from foraging this way. But what you want to do in the winter is come down to the beach and just dig. And so this is one of the best ways to kind of just make a decent amount of money, is to dig this area as well as up by Robin's house. So I'm not going to be doing this all on camera because it's kind of a lot, obviously. But I did just want to show that that is feasible. Maybe if I do it here, I'll get some more of the forageables. Well, there's a winter root. There's one more that you dig up that we're missing. But yeah, so I'm not going to be doing this. I'll just show the areas where it's good to do it at. Alright. And then I'll show the values of these. So I believe the snow yams sell for 100. And the normal yams, I think, sell for 80. But we will get around to selling them in a minute. The other thing that's important to note about winter is the guy that shows up here in the rain will not show up at all in the winter unless you use a rain totem. So if you know what that individual is for, then, well, just do your best not to require his services in the winter, I guess is the best way to describe it. So yeah, that is one of the good ways to make money in the winter. And something kind of interesting with that is... Alright, we're going to work on this one. This is a one and done quest. But one of the important reasons to do that is because the winter is kind of a weird time for making money. You can't really farm, with the exception of one crop that I happen to pick up seeds for. And that is the powder melon. Hey Abigail, well, fall is over. But I like winter too. Well, good for you. Man, we're just getting lots of clothing today. It's kind of weird. Oh, good. We did trigger this cutscene in the winter. Ah, that feels good. The water's never been cleaner. And the same goes for me. So that is the cutscene you get from finishing the community cleanup event. This is another area that's good to use the hoe on. As you can see, you can kind of dig through a lot of it. The NPCs don't actually care that you do that. And the last place that I wanted to show is right up here. So this is another one of the good areas to dig in. So yeah, if you're hard pressed for money, I would recommend you do that. Now, to get into the other forageables that aren't the diggables, let's see if we can find some. There's also a scene that we need to trigger. And I went a way that the game was not really expecting me to go. And so it didn't trigger. But the scene should be, and I might be wrong about this, it might happen tomorrow. The scene should be right here. A little mysterious. So if we march this way... Oops, did not mean to do that. And you can see these little footprints. And so if you follow the footprints right up here, you can see that they are here and then they keep going and then they kind of freak out. So he's probably behind one of these bushes. If I had to guess, it's going to be that one. Yeep, you caught me. I'm sorry. Take it. Take it. It looks so valuable I couldn't help myself. And with that, we have received the magnifying glass. So we can now find secret notes. So this is what we needed to actually be able to get the... Oh, what's it called? The one secret I showed with the guy over here at the Jojo Mart. So now that we have this, we can start finding notes all over the valley. And we probably could have found some had I had it before I went and dug up the ground. But I want to see if our tool is done. Is our tool done? Alright, so that should be done tomorrow. Well, crap. Alright, so, yeah, so winter is, as I said, kind of a calmer time. There's a holly plant. One of the best times to just go to the desert and really tear away at those mines. And yeah, so I think we're missing one of the forageables, which I don't think we're going to be able to get today. But wow, yeah, we got a lot of clothing. I need to get a dresser in my house. So dressers let you store clothing. I mean, obviously, I guess that's what they do. So, alright, I need one of you, so you there. I need one of you, so I'll put you there. And the rest of you, I can get rid of. Holly will keep for the community center. Powdermelon. Alright, we're going to grow a powdermelon. I guess we'll grow it over here because I forgot to take my scarecrow down. Right there. And so the powdermelons, whoops, are not ancient seeds. The powdermelons are a new crop, kind of like the carrots and the broccoli and trying to remember all of them. Summer squash, that's the last one, the one that I had forgotten. And the fact that you get them from just digging them up in the ground. And they can be, I guess, useful. They're also the only version of those crops that you can dig in the ground that can be turned into a giant crop. So they do have some semblance of a use, I guess, outside of just growing and eating. But yeah, they're based on the melon that you can grow in the summer. If we were to go to Pierre's and talk to him, he doesn't sell seeds. This is the one season that you cannot buy any seeds from Pierre. Which is a little sad, but, you know. I guess it just happens, you know. But yeah, so with pine tar, I don't know how I was going to finish that sentence, but with this pine tar we can actually make a spinning wheel. We probably should start working on getting either a sheep or a rabbit. And in order to do that, as I said, we gotta upgrade our buildings. But for kind of a look into what winter is and one of the best ways to making money, I figured that today was going to be kind of an easier day, just kind of light. I'm just hoping to see the last forageable, which is called a crocus. It's a little blue flower. I think it's actually purple in this game. But you can see it above ground. I'm not sure if you can see them in the secret forest over here. I guess we'll find out. His eyes have turned off. Yeah, I'm not seeing it. Alright, well, I guess we'll have to get it tomorrow, but we can go and donate what we did find. Yeah, I guess I could run in here. Really wish I had my axe. Would have been most helpful today. Yeah, I don't see one in here. I think there's a slime on the other side of here. Yeah, there is. Well, at least he didn't slime me, so... Sounds so bad to say. He didn't slime me. But I mean, that is what the effect is called. Let's run down here and see if we can find one. The other thing you might notice, and you might have seen this in the fall, is it starts getting darker sooner. So yeah, it's kind of odd. But you don't get affected with like being cold or anything like that, but I imagine right now it would be very chilly to be out here. There's also some new fish that we'll be able to catch throughout the season. I didn't really want to go for them today. There's going to be plenty of days where it's going to be very unlucky. And so I figure there's plenty of time to do it still. And I didn't really bring it up when we talked to the last individual, but everyone has different like attire that they wear in the winter. I love playing in the snow when I was a kid. The great thing about being a mother is that I get to enjoy it again. It's true. But yeah, so everyone's going to be dressed up a little bit differently in the winter. So yeah, you can see Vincent in his brown. Sam's got his toque and his brown coat. And that was added with the 1.6 update that kind of overhauled the game. And yeah, so it was really neat, the fact that they added that. It, I guess, just made more sense. That everyone just kind of wear a coat. It is kind of funny that we don't have a coat, and so we're still forced to like run around in our, you know, like our short sleeve shirt and whatnot. I don't know why I was going to you. I definitely don't have anything for you. Head over here, hop on in here, and finish up the crafts room. So this will repair the bridge. Oh, I'm missing the crystal fruit. So that can appear above ground too. I thought I donated one of those for some reason. I thought I got one out of the mines. So yeah, you can get the crystal fruit any season if you go into the mines. It is dropped by blue slimes. So I guess we could have probably gotten it in the secret forest if I'd have fought those slimes. But regardless, it's not like too big of a deal, I guess you could say. So yeah, well, that's too bad. Holly is one of the weird crops in this game, or forageables in this game, that everyone hates. So don't gift it to anyone. Which, as I said, is kind of funny because holly is the same genus or family of plants that yerba mate is in. I don't think that they're quite the same. In fact, I don't know if you can drink a holly plant's, like a holly leaf tea. I would assume it's probably poisonous because that's what we were taught growing up is like don't play with the holly plants and don't eat the berries. But I don't know. I think holly is one of those New World plants, so I don't know if those of you who watch from Europe have any over there. I'm aware that you definitely know what they are, though. But I might be wrong. And in fact, I probably am. After this video, I'll look it up and shake my head at how dumb I am. No, I'm just kidding. It's not really being dumb, it's just, you know, there's a lot of plants in the world, and some things you're taught in school, like corn being a New World crop, stuff like that, that I don't know, you just don't really remember. And then things like holly, like I don't think anyone's ever really asked if a holly crop or a holly plant can appear anywhere, because we don't really grow it for anything. I mean, it's just a decorative plant. But yeah, so with today being mostly done, we'll just check the mushroom caves and pretty much call it a day. I kind of just wanted to show off winter. It's a fun little season. Tomorrow we'll do a lot more, but I think today was pretty nice just foray into what this holiday or what this season is all about. The other thing I could do, I guess, is I could run into town and show on the calendar the different holidays coming up, because there's actually quite a few. So I guess I can actually kind of talk about when I first started playing this game. For anyone who's played this game for a long time, there is a certain update that occurred that added a festival in the winter. So there's Squid Fest, which that came with the 1.6 update. There's Festival of Ice, which that's a pretty fun little event, and then Christmas, which falls on the 25th. But as you can see, there's these stars here. So when I first started playing, it was like a month before they added this event. So I remember when this event was added. And yeah, so we'll be looking at that. Linus's birthday. I believe that there's a character's birthday that's either today or tomorrow, and it was that little guy that we got the magnifying glass from. So yeah, that's pretty cool. And then I didn't really explain this quest that we took, but we used to have to bring Emily a whole bunch of different rocks. And we should be able to do that tomorrow, because I think I have all the rocks that she requires, but, you know, we'll have to see. So yeah, that is the beginning of probably the most chill month of the game. And with our brand new hat, I think we'll be ready to conquer anything. So, that we're gonna crawl under the covers. Actually, I think about it. Do I have corn? Okay, I have 2 corn in there. I don't know if corn's needed for any recipes. Do I have any in here? Yeah, I do. Okay, we're good then. I'm gonna sell this. I don't need gold star corn for anything else. We already did that in the community center. So yeah, with that, hopefully tomorrow we'll have some luck with finding those, what are they called? Ice fruits. But we're gonna crawl under the covers and try to warm up a little bit. Apparently I forgot to, oh no, my chimney's going. So if your chimney's going on this cutscene, I don't know if I ever, or this, not cutscene, this end of day screen, You can actually see smoke coming out of your house, which is pretty cool. Yeah, with that, we have made off with 3,366 gold. And as you can see, the snow yam makes 100 gold per, and the winter root makes 70 gold per. So, as you can see, digging up all the yards can be pretty useful if you need to. And I mean, that was a very, very small amount that I actually dug up, because if you remember, there's a lot more dirt I could have turned over. But yeah, so with that, this has been Mate Sipper. I hope you enjoyed, and as always, thank you so much for watching. I can't wait to catch you on the next one, and until next time, bye!